seizing an opportunity. The opportunity that comes when the #1 team in the country comes into your house and you have an opportunity to stake your claim to one of those coveted playoff positions. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Memphis Tigers, taking on the 14th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Memphis ready to kick it off and get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Texas offense is on the field for the first time today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. And the Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Jamison. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. I'm not sure you have much in the script to convert a third and this long on the opening drive. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Makes the catch on the right side. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. Snaps it in the shotgun. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So the Memphis Tigers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. They'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
This time they'll go to the running game. And he never... Chance just stopped cold as soon as he got it. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Under fire. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And how many... to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas. Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down. Back.
And the defensive line, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Showing the arm strength to the left. Makes a grab on the shot. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's got it. They will score. Touch. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
And now the offense will come onto the field again. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Longhorns! They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play in 2nd and 10. Back to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Working on the right. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
That's just a better job by the defender. He knew he was going to get challenged in this game. He knew these receivers had speed, and they were going to test him. Nice job by that DB knocking it away.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking to fire. He's got an open man. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
This should be the last play of the quarter. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. They'll run the screen. Inside the 35. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. First play of the period, first down here. He wants to throw it again. Catch in the middle, it's Morrison. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. That's caught, it's Morrison. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in his slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Got it, looking for a first. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Memphis needs to convert this 4th down. Got a man, it's Morrison. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to...
Touchdown, Tigers! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And this connection is on fire to start the season. Not 1, not 2, 3 games in a row he's got a receiving touchdown. They continue to find the playmaker, and I don't think it's going to end after game 3.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Fires to the big fella. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Longhorns are in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Grab behind the line. It's Gutierrez. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping 2 hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. Great spot to attack there right off the turnover. Try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum. Try to make a big play.
Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Now on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. James Madison handled its business today, and given what the week was like in Harrisonburg, that is saying something. This is a focused group, and it's reflected in that final score. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Finds his man. It's Gutierrez. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The Longhorns in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Gutierrez. Got room at the 35. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. They've got it down to the 32. First and 10 coming.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
One guy up front loses his focus, and it leads to that sack. And it's unfortunate because they had all 11 guys on the same page these last two drives. Obviously scoring a touchdown the last timeout and really doing a nice job even on this drive of moving the football. And then it comes to that one critical third down, one guy not doing...
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They booted away on fourth down. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Looking downfield on first down. Skips away from pressure. Complete to the right. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
It's caught.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Finds his tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier.
Makes the grab past the marker. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it in their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Looking to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
There were a lot of people excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Looking for space. It's Gutierrez. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense. We've got a good one going here in the third quarter, all tied up as he's set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
From the 30-yard line on first down. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Back open in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Just like that, a hat trick of completions in doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
Touchdown, Memphis! They take the lead with the 6. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Running to Green. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Pocket breaking down. Caught behind the line. It's Jamison. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Motion from the wide receiver. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Burnt Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Yeah, and making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great...
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Texas! Quarterback making checks. To the air on first down. Going for the big play. He's got it inside the 15. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got it on the run. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
I tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Trying to punch it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Memphis.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Georgia Tech went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Yellow Jackets always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. He's got it on the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Throws to the wideout. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Gonna let it fly. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. So first down will open up the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Got some room to run. Touchdown! Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They're probably a little rattled after that last pick six, and who could blame them? But now deep breath, settle in, get a drive started in a tie game. Finds a man on the right. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold it.
So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Flushed out of the pocket. Complete to the right. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Give to the back. Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game. Run the football. Great gain. Great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged out of the air.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job. Great catch.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass on second down. Out of the backfield, he's open. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. The Tigers are rolling down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gonna look downfield again. Got it in the middle. It's Luck. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Trying play action. Now sliding to his left. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. It's Morrison. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now second and goal and right in the teeth of this noise. Touchdown, Memphis! And they've moved out front here in the fourth. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Going right to work up top. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Here's a heat. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that is a backbreaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the... You got to try to make a play, but the defense came up big in a big moment.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the fourth quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go up and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum that give you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Rushes on him. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback making adjustments. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. On target to the left. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all 3 phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above them in the rankings, which is the only thing that matters at this point in the season.
They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
They'll come to the line first and goal with the lead and the clock working in their favor. Touch pass on the jet sweep.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on first and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting them get outside, making the good tackle, forcing second down and goal.
Memphis trying to drain the clock. Wants to fire on second down. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. The give to the tailback. Bounced off his feet. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, we've got a winner in the battle of the Willamette Valley between Oregon and Oregon State. Oregon overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Ducks tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Here comes the Texas offense. They're starting to feel a little desperation here, David. They just can't press yet.
It's go time. We got to put some drives together. Down multiple possessions, Jesse. We don't have any time.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Bringing the heat. He's out of bounds, well short of the marker. It'll bring up fourth down and desperation time. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He wants a big play here late. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Looking to throw on first down. Buys a little time. Headed to the end zone. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game. Doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher ranked team is a team